They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet, gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen, in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now. Sunshine.
I like it.
On my shoulders. You know what? We have decided that we're going to lose 5 pounds, both of us. But not today, because I was sitting around thinking, you know, I think about some of the kids. I have these memories when I was really, really young.
Yeah.
And the other day, I had a peanut, and just the taste in my mouth triggered a memory.
Okay.
Mom used to practice and make all kinds of stuff. She'd pull them out of cookbooks. This is something Mom used to make. And once you taste it, you're gonna have had it somewhere. It's an old-fashioned thing. It's 3 ingredients. We're gonna start with our dessert today.
That's right.
But this is so simple. Now we've got our double boil over here. We got our water hot. Then we got butterscotch. How much butterscotch you put in there?
That's a cup and a half.
Cup and a half of butterscotch. Just the little morsels. What do you call them, morsels?
Yes, the morsels.
So tell us what you're doing here, Nikki. She remembered what I was talking about.
Because I've had this too.
And butterscotch is
It's the best.
beautiful.
Right.
So tell us what you do, Nikki. This is below tenderfoot.
That's right.
Anybody could do this. So tell us what you do.
And I even got normal pans because I made my own double boiler here because I didn't have one. It's up in the cabin.
Just a larger pan?
Yeah,
and
just a larger pan with water and this. And we have a cup and a half of butterscotch in here.
Gotcha.
And I've got these melted down to almost perfect.
All right.
And all we're going to do is bring it back. We're going to add a cup of these peanuts we have. These are honey roasted. And then we have those chow mein noodles, a cup of those.
Chow mein noodles. Now you think candy, you don't normally think chow mein noodles. And a lot of you have had this, I'm sure. So we got that all nice and gooey.
Yes, we do. Look at that. And that look nice.
This would be a fun campfire thing. If you got some kids and you want to make something that maybe their first recipe.
Yeah.
Around the campfire.
Yeah.
Oh my, so easy.
We could have done white chocolate, we could have done chocolate. We could do all colors, but
That's gonna set up. So I'm gonna,
yeah. We got a cup of the peanuts.
Cup of peanuts. Now these are honey roasted.
That's what we like.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what made me remember this.
It's the best ever. Go ahead and throw those in. Yum. I'm gonna kind of crunch them up a little.
You know, everybody's thinking about camping out now, and tonight we're going to do 3 simple, beautiful, wonderful recipes, and we're going to incorporate some leftovers. We like to have our leftovers. In fact, we could have done 3 shows today on leftovers.
I know. We got a lot of stuff.
We got so much stuff. We had some company over the other night. We had some spaghetti. You might do that next week.
That sounds good.
All right, so you're just mixing it up. I mean, and just chopping up the chow mein noodles.
I'm just kind of crunching them up, make them a little smaller, and we're just gonna spoon teaspoonsfuls on here, and that can sit. I'm gonna take it, put it in the fridge, or it can just set out for a half hour, harden up while we eat dinner.
This is magic.
Do you want to just eat it with a spoon?
Oh, I could.
I know you could.
But yeah, that 5-pound thing, it's not gonna happen.
No.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Maybe next week.
So I'm just gonna make these. You can do any kind you want, but we're gonna just do little.
And that sets up pretty quick.
Yeah, it does. I'm just gonna make us some little things here.
I would like to know, once we're done with this show, let us know how many of you have had these and probably still make them to this day. But I haven't had them, I guarantee you, Nikki, for 40 years.
So they're not, wow, they're not gonna last long at the house,
And
are
once I tasted it, that flood of memories comes back, and you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
sitting there as a kid, having these wonderful concoction.
And you forget about the chow mein noodles. They're
Chow mein
perfect. Yeah,
noodles.
don't even think about that.
That's your salty, crispy. It's wonderful. If you've never had it, you need to try it. And again, for those kids out there who might be interested in cooking, it's a wonderful first recipe. Now you simply take those in the house, put them in the refrigerator for half hour.
They can even set out and they'll harden. That's how quick they're gonna harden.
Most of you had it, I guarantee it. But if you haven't, oh my, 3 ingredients, paradise.
That's right.
We're not gonna lose that weight this week. might call this show the Campfire Cooking 101. Everybody's wanting to camp right now. We had the super easy dessert, 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
We've got something that is a one-pot meal. It's got everything you want. It's got your meat, it's got your beans, and it's got your bread on top.
I'm starving.
Does that sound good?
It does sound good.
What we're gonna do with this, you know, we could call this corn pone pie or whatever you want to call it, but I'm gonna have it to have a little chili taste to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have cornbread over top of that. Oh, it's gonna be so good. First of all, I'm gonna take 3 or 4 pieces of bacon, and I'm just cooking the bacon for the taste and for the grease. Because once I get that bacon going, I'm gonna pull it off. We've got our bacon done, and now let's cut some onion up and get it going. I'd say about 1/2 cup of onions. And just mix those up in there real fine. As much onion as you want. If you like a lot of onions, put the whole onion in there. I like to keep just a couple inches from the fire. This is 11 inches off the ground. This grate right here is 11 inches off the ground. And heat is heat, whatever source you use. After I get my onions done, I'm gonna come back with my burger. Pound a burger. We're gonna turn our burger over, and you can make it real fine little pieces. You can leave some chunks in there if you want. Now in a minute, this is all gonna come off, and it's gonna go over charcoal. So the great thing about it, the pan is preheated. It's already hot. So we've got our repurposed forge over there, ready to go. After that gets done, we're gonna put the tomatoes in it. 1 cup. Nice tomatoes. We're gonna let that simmer a little bit, put the beans in it. I have 1 cup of beans, and I like chili beans. Adds a little extra flavor. Then our spices in it. A little Worcestershire, if you want to put some cumin in it, and some chili powder, put that in there. Chili powder, that's to taste. And I probably like a lot more cumin than you do. And a little Worcestershire sauce. Put your bacon back in. Now I've already got some bacon grease in there.
Yummy.
So I'm gonna kind of flatten this out and let it simmer. I'm gonna set it kind of off to the side. It's gonna cook a little bit and get comfortable with itself, get all acquainted. Now we're gonna take Sally's cornmeal recipe and just put right on top of this. I'm gonna flatten that out, put it on top of it, put it over here, 425, and boom, we got
dinner.
Good.
We got dinner.
All right, how do you mix this up?
All right, and this is yellow cornmeal, the plain bolted, and I have 1 3/4 cup here.
All right.
So simple. Then I have 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
She always uses buttermilk. You have to use buttermilk. And then 1 egg.
All right.
Okay. And I have mixed together all these little seasonings. I have a teaspoon of sugar, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of soda.
And we're good to go.
Good to go. That's it. And I'm gonna whisk this up.
Well, we're starving. This is one of the few shows where when you see us cooking, we're cooking dinner.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna eat tonight. And we have, I think I had an orange today is all we had so far.
Yeah, I'm
Because
starving.
we're gonna lose that 5 pounds next week.
That's right, next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
we're
it.
ready to go. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. If you wanna scoot that over, I'll set the pan right up here and you can just
Okay.
dump that right on top of that.
Good idea.
All right, so I got everything all flat
Yep.
and it's beautiful and it smells good. You know what? I'm gonna put just a little more pepper on there
I like pepper.
because we found it in Glenn's stockpile. All right, we're gonna attain 425 over. We already got a hot pan.
All right.
So how many charcoal briquettes?
I think 18 and 9.
You are correct.
Kelly told me. Woo! Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. Just gonna spoon that over the top.
I'm gonna, and then we'll spread it out nice.
We're in an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
Deep, dark Shelby County.
Deep dark. We're in the wilderness.
That's my truck right up there.
Oh, yeah.
In your driveway.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, now, we're out here looking for something to eat. Last time we were out here, we had asparagus. No, it was asparagus, then catfish.
Catfish.
And now we're looking for something. You know, we like to find what we can on the farm to eat. We made salad last week, or a
Right.
couple weeks ago,
Yep.
of stuff we found around the farm.
Right. Dandelions, etc.
Rick Hill is the naturalist dude, a naturalist dude for Fish My Life, and an artist. If you've seen a cover of Kentucky filled with beautiful artwork, it was me. I did it with crayons. No.
You're pretty good.
Actually, most of the covers you've seen for the last 74 years,
Yeah, something like that.
if it's actual artwork, it's Rick Hill. He does amazing stuff. Now, he also, well, some people don't know this, but if you've been around him a while, you do. But you do carvings, lifelike carvings of birds and fish.
Right.
You had the opportunity to set up in the Keys, somebody who's going to sponsor you and set you up and just drop you off and say, you just do saltwater fishing.
Right.
You didn't do it.
My mama never said I was smart.
But long story short, you and I got together back in the late 80s.
Right.
We both worked for the Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Right.
You still work there.
Right.
You've been there for 84 years.
Yeah.
If you have not had a chance to see Rick's artwork, well, I guess we'll just have to do a segment and show them.
All right.
But anyway, back to the woods. We're looking for something today to eat. And I don't know how you found this right below your driveway, because you have a couple places where you normally find them, but let's look and see. What do we have behind us? Anybody see anything? Now here's a reminder. If you are in the woods looking for mushrooms, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to people out there, and you see a mushroom and you want to eat it, it's up to you to check and see if it's poisonous or non-poisonous. There are some mushrooms that are called
There's a false morel.
false morel.
But I don't think they're very common around here. You just need to be careful.
Yeah.
But this time of year, morels are common, but you just have to look hard. You got to know where to look, or you just got to get lucky.
Yeah, and it takes
some time.
Once you find one,
Right.
now these can be brown, they can be grayish, they can be kind of a yellow color.
Some of the early ones are real dark and
Yeah.
small, and then the amber big ones are last.
Let's talk about the
usually.
life cycle on these things. They don't last long.
No, they don't. And especially with this weather we've been having, it almost got away from me. It got so hot, so fast, that they don't last long. They start drying up. So you've got to really look. And if you find one, you need to stop walking and just look around before you start walking anymore, because you may step on some of them.
You don't want to step on them because they're precious.
No, and you find them in groups often. So.
And there's a trick, isn't there? When you pull one of these out, you just take it out from the ground and you kind of tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, to release any loose spores.
So hopefully something will come
yeah.
up. Did you see that one fall off right there? So hopefully next year they pop back up. You grab that one.
All right.
Do I get to take these home?
Yes.
Let's go look for a few more. They smell woody and nutty.
Oh, I love the smell of a morel. Well, let's go find a few more.
Let's do. Let's see where you got him pointed out there, Rick. You got a little gray one a minute ago.
Yeah.
We'll put all these together in a minute, kind of show the coloration and the difference in coloration.
Well, there's another one right down the hill here.
So you've had these pre-scouted.
That helps, don't it?
It sure does.
I see one. You got to raise.
I see it right there.
Good eye.
I tell you what. There's some May apples, Rick. Boy, Rick, you had to have the eagle eye for that one right there. That was
Yeah, it was hidden where there's supposed to be a popular spot to look for morels in the mayapple patches.
Go ahead and pick him.
All right.
I tell you, it's nice to have a mushroom scout. I didn't have any on my place, Rick. I'm going to do one more look.
There's probably some there somewhere.
I have looked and looked and looked. And I can find them. I found them other places turkey hunting, but that's a good one right there. So that's what a morel looks like. And that's some of the best eaten, as far as I'm concerned, in the woods. Well, here we go. The Rickster comes through in a crunch. I
Well,
wanted so bad to show folks. Now, most people in Kentucky, I would say a huge percentage of people in Kentucky know what these are. And these are found all over the northeastern mid part of the country, even out the plains and so on and so forth. But I mean, now I found one in western Kentucky one time that was huge. But these are perfect eating size. You can see the kind of wide range of colors they come in, and sometimes they'll be even a kind of a yellowish.
Yeah,
some of the
see the
bigger
yellowish
ones
and the real little dark ones. These are just some gray ones, and then I call these amber colored, kind of honey colored.
Right.
These other ones.
Now again, I can't stress enough, if you're watching this and you don't know your mushrooms, it's up to you to ID those and make sure they're right.
Hey, you notice there's still some light left. Let's go find some more.
I ain't scared.
All right.
All right, let's go find some more.
All right.
Now this I had when I was a kid.
Okay.
We're hearkening back to today. These are so good.
Okay.
I guess you call them a potato stick.
I've never had this. I'm excited.
So, leftover mashed potatoes. What do you
Potato
get?
anything. I'll
Yeah.
take.
What are you gonna do with your leftover mashed potatoes? There's always something to do.
That's right.
Some people make potato cakes out of them, which is kind of the same thing. But Let's go ahead and put an egg yolk in there.
Alrighty.
See where we're going here.
There's that.
And that's to hold everything together.
Right. And then the other egg, you said, goes in this one, correct?
There's a little bit of water. There's 2 tablespoons of water in here.
Okay.
We didn't bring our whisk, but we'll get
I
it
can use
done.
a spoon.
So 2 tablespoons of water, 1 egg. That's our wash. See what we got here? Now let's go ahead and mix that up with the onions.
How much you want?
Let's use most of it. That'll be
All right,
good. in
I
there.
like onions.
We've cut some onions up mighty fine. We've minced them. And then we picked a good yellow onion. It doesn't give me as much heartburn in my old age,
Yeah.
now that I'm in my 30s.
That's right, me too.
Are we? Yeah, 30s.
Yeah, we're
Wow.
30 now.
So we're gonna mix this up and let it become nice and gooey. That egg's just gonna help hold that together.
Yeah.
See where we're going here?
I do.
If you look at this situation, you can probably see exactly what's about to happen. I'm gonna change our order here. I'm gonna take a little bit of salt and mix that
Yummy.
up in there. A little bit of pepper,
Yummy.
however much you may or may not want.
See, we're not wasting our mashed potatoes. I made too much.
Exactly.
Perfect.
You know, back in the old days, I remember Mom made some of the best stuff, and when we found out that it was leftovers, we'd try to be disappointed, but we couldn't because it was so
That
good.
still tasted good.
All right, so where do we go from here, Mrs. Farmer?
I guess I'm gonna make you like a finger shape.
Yep,
All right.
just gonna kind of make a little log.
Alrighty. How big you want it? About,
It's about the size of a hot dog, but not
Kinda
not
thin?
quite as long. Yeah,
what do you think? How's that look?
that's beautiful.
That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Just enough that kind of compact and it'll hold together.
All right.
So we're gonna take this, we're gonna put it in flour. Where have we seen this before? We made schnitzel the other day, didn't we?
We did.
I'm gonna put this on either side to make life easier on myself. So put a little bit of flour, then we put it in the wash,
This is gonna be good.
then in breadcrumbs. Are you kidding me?
How can you go wrong?
And into the grease.
I'm Lardo,
And I'm Burley,
and we're the Moron Brothers. Got a frog in my throat. Let me tell this little story right quick. We got a song called Ignorant But Happy. That's what Daddy used to say to us all the time when we was kids, because we just went around and grinned all the time. He said, y'all just ignorant and think you happy. He was a genius, though. Done the smartest thing I ever seen anybody do. We was kids playing, it was hot in the summertime. You know how them old flies and gnats gang around your face and stuff? Well, they was aggravating us to death, and he watched us for a while and called us over to the porch, cut the seat out of our britches. They wasn't around our head no more. Burley still does it sometimes. Y'all need to try it, it works.
In the words of our old pappy, we're just ignorant, think we're happy. Nothing seems to bother us at all. We seldom ever worry, we're never in a hurry. In the words of our old pappy, we're just ignorant, think we're happy. Some people born with a lot of brains and some are born good looking. Some are born to be rich and some are born with nothing. But the good Lord knows what he was doing when he made us unaware. We turned out poor and ugly and we don't even care. Well, I got an old pickup truck, she ain't worth more than 50 bucks. Gets me where I'm going, don't you see? Other day going down the road, I fell through a floorboard hole. Guess you call it my bad luck, I got run over with my own truck. In the words of our old pappy, we're just ignorant, think we're happy. Nothing seems to bother us at all. We seldom ever worry, we're never in a hurry. In the words of our old pappy, we're just ignorant, think we're happy.
Now we take Burley's truck everywhere we go. Remember, back last fall, we went Christmas shopping at the local mall. When we come out, we couldn't find his truck. We was there till closing time. For 6 hours, we looked for Burley's truck, and remember, we drove mine. Last year, we went to Nashville, me and Burley and our wives. They bought what we thought was toothpaste. Dang near took our lives. When we brushed our teeth, our throat shrunk up and our mouth grew down so small. Don't brush your teeth with Preparation H, it ain't toothpaste at all. In the
the words of our old pappy, we're just ignorant, think we're happy. Nothing seems to bother us at all. We seldom ever worry, we're never in a hurry. In the words of our old pappy, we're just ignorant, think we're happy. In the words of our old pappy, we're just ignorant, think we're happy. You're ignorant.
With a capital E.
All right, Ms. Farmer, I'm gonna scoot that a little bit closer. First of all, I know you want to try those potatoes.
I do. I've been watching these. Oh wow.
Let's call it a potato log. How about that? Isn't that delicious?
Like crunchy. Oh, I like that.
It's got those onions in there. Are you kidding me? Wow. When it was cooking, it smelled like fair food.
Well, this is interesting
We
too.
put a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of barbecue on top of here.
I like that.
It almost tastes like a tamale to me.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Oh yeah, it's really good.
And that's a whole meal, Mrs. Farmer.
That is.
It's a beautiful thing. If you wanted to deep fry those,
Oh yeah.
we didn't have that option today, but you could take those and put them in tater tot sizes.
Oh yeah, that would
Just
be
boom,
good.
flash fry 'em.
Ooh, good idea.
Now,
I love my potatoes.
since we're not going to lose our 5 pounds this week, we may as well go ahead and try a
Try
piece
one
of
of these.
candy.
And they harden up real nice. What do you think?
Now look at that.
Isn't it cute?
Chow mein noodles, peanuts, and butterscotch.
Like a piece of candy. Wow.
I guarantee most people out there have tried this. What do you think, Miss Farmer?
Delicious. I can't wait to sit and just eat this.
Probably one of the easiest recipes we've ever done, all 3 of them. We're beginning stages for those who would like to camp out. 3 ingredients
Yeah.
for that recipe. Great to start kids on.
Oh yeah.
You want to get kids interested in cooking.
Right.
So many people come up to me and say, I can't cook. Yes, you can. Follow directions. If you can read, you can cook.
That's right. And you know what? Kids would like this because they're making candy. I mean, you're making
That's
pure,
some of the best
pure
candy in the world.
Oh, goodness.
If you wanted other recipes like this, and there are probably gazillions out there, where would you find them?
I go to timfarmerscountryKitchen.com.
And we want you to be our Facebook page because we have fun. We talk to folks on there. We show our recipes off.
Right.
How would you go there, Miss Farmer?
You hit like.
You know what? I think it's time to turn the cameras off and just eat the
I'd like
fire out of this food.
I want you. You have to eat your dinner first before you have your dessert, though.
Okay, Mommy.
Okay.
I'll do that. At this point in time, our half hour's up.
It is.
It's all about
Good times,
good friends.
really good eats.
We'll see you next week on a brand new Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen.
Yummy.
We have been catering for a lot of years, and I wanted everything to have a specific taste. Therefore, I had to come up with my own products.
Right.
A dry rub, chow chow, and our barbecue sauce are something that we use in all our catering gigs. I developed this barbecue sauce that is not the really thick, syrupy stuff that you get. This has more of a natural, it's got some pepper and onion flavor in it. You can actually see the particulates in there. You know, a lot of people are asking what we use our dry rub on. Now, obviously, pork and chicken are 2 of the more common things. Also, we've been using on our corn on the cob with butter.
That is.
I'm telling you, this
That's
stuff
wonderful.
with potatoes is fantastic. So 40 years in the making, Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen Dry Rub.
Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen is brought to you by Emerson Farms Country Store, Something for every member of the family. Ephraim McDowell Medical Center in Danville, Kentucky. Gulf Coast Connection. Seafood straight from the Gulf to you. The Spine Center of Central Kentucky. Wilderness Road Hospitality, Stanford, Kentucky. Visit Frankfort, Kentucky's spirited capital city.